Hi, everybody. Salini here, and this is my channel, Salini not dot, Salini Divine Mother. It's one of two channels that I've restarted since I was blocked before. They just announced today that Google announced, I guess it's called Alphabet announced, they own Google and YouTube, that we get to have our channels back. And, they haven't let me have my channel back. I was a true speaker. So I had to start a new one, and I've only had this one for a month. So I'm excited about that in that that I'm allowed to be on here and to say what needs to be said. So we'll see how that goes. But for tonight, I'm going to do an astro tarot reading, which is what I call them. It's a combination of astrology and tarot because I naturally get downloads from heaven. And this is a collective reading, and it's going to be about the current energies. Like there's a lot of stuff happening, and we have the divine trine, we have the Mahashivatri, and we have this, sad event 2 weeks ago today. And there's a lot of divisive forces around, and people are feeling very divisive and angry at each other. And I don't want to contribute to that. I'm not going to name names or get into, but what I want to see is what's the energy? Where are we going? But I'm also going to commentate as I go along because there are some things I can add to it. I mean, I'm a spiritual teacher. This is just something I do for fun and just for extra to help people. And by the way, if you want a private reading, you go to my website, salini.love, which is down below. Ugh, my eye is itching. And I'm also a healer. So I'm a shaman, a healer. I do past life regression, soul retrieval, physical healing, mental healing, emotional healing. I'm a licensed counselor. I specialize in trauma recovery, addiction recovery, and spiritual awakening, So I take people on their journey to spiritual awakening, and I can help you with diseases. So let's take a look and see what we've got here. If you're interested, just go to my website. I even do animal Reiki, and we'll see what we can do. Um, I'm happy to work with you. So in the meantime, let's just get a reading on what's going on in the world today. I just did one, and I'm doing another one because the other one was about the divine trine in the sky, which is happening right now, which is bringing in the Christ energy. Um, this one, I just want a little bit more, like a little bit darker, maybe a little bit like what's the overall energy earth and what's going on with people psychologically and everything. So I've got to pause it just for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. So I'm going to ask Spirit, I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to ask Spirit for a message for the collective regarding everything, not just the divine trine. But sorry, my back is really out today, so I'm doing my best. But just the overall, like what's going on with everybody's feelings about these events and how's your life going? You feeling okay? You're having a hard time? You're making lots of money? How are your relationships? And let's see. Okay, how many shuffles? Message from spirit, please. Collective energy overall, collective energy overall. Message from spirit, please. Collective energy overall. Earth to God. Message for my collective, please. Earth to God. Message for my collective. Okay, another shuffle. Another shuffle. It's telling me, hey, my guides and angels, Just giving me cues. Another shuffle, okay. Spare message from Spirit, please, for my collective. I think this is it. Yes. Okay, let's see what we can figure out here. All righty. Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, this is for the collective. Remember, this is for everybody. And, take what you like and leave the rest behind. It may not apply to all of you, but some of you will relate. And yeah, looks like we got some issues, collective. And what is it that's going on for all of us? Well, first of all, I hope you're doing okay. If you don't know me, I'm Salini. I'm a healer and a shaman and a global visionary, a divine mother, a counselor, an author, and, a sacred alchemist and a speaker of truth and wisdom. And just here to help. I'm just here to help you. You can always book a session with me if you want. So these cards keep slipping down here, and I get these to go up because I'm, you know, sitting here on the sofa. Um, so let's see what we got here. Well, first of all, there's been a battle and it's over. There was a lot of anger and resentment, and somebody wants to, so this is for everybody, but this could be overall. Some of you are going to relate, some of you will not. Somebody wants to make amends and reconcile, or somebody wants to forgive. And the battle's over. Whatever the battle was, it's over. This could be a collective battle, or it could be an individual battle in your life, but it's over. And then coming on top of that is the Wheel of Fortune, which means the timeline has ended of this battle and a new timeline has begun, a positive timeline. And it's a good timeline. Something good is coming because right across that comes the Ace of Wands, which is a positive new start. This is a powerful new start, a passionate new start, and it's right on top of you right now, collective. This is for everybody. This is going to happen for those that have done their work and that are really, faithful and diligent and aren't out there cheating and stealing and all that kind of stuff. Your new start is here. Your new timeline is here. The battle is over. Whoever is the battle was, it's over, and it's been fierce. I can tell you, I've had a battle. It's over. And good times are coming. And you have a very passionate new start, which is fabulous. So at the bottom, you have the Six of Swords, which indicates you've had enough and you decided to move on to calmer waters. Six of Swords is about, you get in on your horse and ride because there's too much drama, too much craziness wherever you were, whatever was going on, probably abuse, chaos, drama, cheating, stealing, lying, and you've had enough. So you're moving on. And you're headed to calmer waters. And that's what this is all about, your new start. So here in the past, this is your immediate past, is the Four of Pentacles reversed. So this means somebody or you were holding on to something. Somebody was holding on to you or you were holding on to something. And it's reversed. So that means somebody's letting go. And either all of you are letting go or you're letting go of somebody or something, or they're letting go of you. And so there's a process of letting go taking place that needed to happen for you to be able to have your new start. Now, remember, this is a collective reading, the world in general. So a lot of people are going to be experiencing the same lesson. So in order for you to have the new start, you had to leave something behind. You had to let go of something. And I get the feeling this was very painful, very painful. So I salute you if you were able to do it. And then you immediately go into the Eight of Pentacles, which is hard work. And this is super. You're doing your work. You decided to get busy with your skill, your craft, your business, your work, whatever it is. So you're diligent, you're passionate, just a passionate new start, high standards, mastery, and you're getting it done. You're getting the job done, and something's going to come from that. I promise you. And then you in the reading, which is the collective again, it is the tower. And when the tower shows up, it's reversed, which means you are really transforming collective. Um, you had a lot of fear of change. Like for some people, you're resisting the change. For other people, you've gone through the tower, it's over, and now you're in the new light, in the new timeline. This is going to be different for each person. So this is either averting disaster and suffering, or refusing to heal, or allowing yourself to go through personal transformation. In other words, the tower is reversed. So the tower already happened or hasn't happened. So depending on what's going on in your life, if you've passed through a hard time, then you're done with this tower. If you refuse to work on what came to you to work on, then you're stuck and you're not doing your healing. And so the tower is reversed, but it's still there, which means it's going to come or it's about to come. And you can't get away from a tower, because a tower is about clearing things from your life that need to be cleared, and making way for the new, making way for your new self. This means the new self is on the way. So for those of you who did your work, it's okay. It's okay. Don't feel bad about having a tower. But for those of you who didn't do your work, it's going to get worse for you, and you can't just sit stuck in the middle of a pool or in your back bedroom and just stay there forever. You have to actually do the work. And if you're not willing to do that, you have no future, you have no life. And karma will get you, or God will push you. And let me tell you, people who don't do their work get pushed out the door by God into some kind of dastardly situation that forces them to do the work. So you better just do it, because good stuff is coming. Like here comes the King of Cups. And this could be, I want you to know it's either gender. You can always reverse genders with these cards. The King of Cups could be the Queen of Cups, is someone who loves you. This is a loving, stable figure. So if it's a man, if you're a woman and this is a man, he's going to take care of you. He's emotionally balanced, compassionate, strong. He's a boss man. He's got a good business. He's abundant, and he's especially abundant in his love. He's a good leader, and he's fair and balanced. Now, if this is a woman, she's nurturing, she's loving, she's tender, she's compassionate. She's going to take care of you, nurture you. This is the ultimate love partner. So that's coming in what I'm seeing, and I just did another reading, but there are quite a lot of divine unions happening. And for a lot of people, they just went through a false twin or a false soulmate. And I mean, most of the people I know have been going through at least 2 years of challenges. And I know I have. And it's just intense transformation. But this is endings and beginnings. We just had the eclipse season ended on Sunday. We had a 2-week eclipse season, September 7th to September 21st. And that's ending, and it's also unveiling the truth. So whatever relationships were not working for you, whether it's your boss or your wife, your husband, your friends, your children, your family members, some of those relationships are going to come to an end. And it's time to let go of the dead weight, whatever's not working, let it go. Just let it go. And it's time to not hold on. This way it's holding on, this way it's letting go. And when you let go is when the abundance comes in, the new start comes in, and in comes a lover or a spouse or whatever. It could even be a boss, I'm not sure. King of Cups and Queen of Cups is usually a loving partner. It's usually husband or a wife. And then right above that is the Page of Swords, which is going to be, in this case, it could be a person, a young person who's very restless and bouncing around. but it could be ideas, new ideas, curiosity, like inventive things, a lot of mental thinking, new ways of communicating. The Page of Swords, which is Aquarius energy, and excuse me, it's earth. It's air, but it's earth. And so, this also could just be a young person in your life, but most likely this is a new idea that's coming in, new ideas and opportunities coming for all of us in the collective because we've done our work. On this side is all the outcome cards, and it's just going to get better and better. That's what I'm seeing. And then we have the possible outcome. Interesting. We can go into the past, happy memories, reminiscing, and happiness, nostalgia. We can go back to the past and maybe hook up with people from the past and, reconnect with them. And maybe there'll be some reunions and some healing taking place with some of these people. Or um, this is the King of Wands reversed. This is not a good person. This is an arrogant, like maybe a powerful person who's very attractive and who magnetic, but they're evil or negative. And you don't need this. You're going to not choose this path. You don't want this person, you want this one. So this is the King of or Queen of Cups, and this is and she or he is upright. And that's in your mind and it's in your area, in your energy, it's coming. And this is the King of Wands, which is what you used to be doing, or Queen of Wands. This is somebody who cheats on you, who's going to steal from you. They're kind of a gigolo energy or a Jezebel energy. You can say they're really hot looking, so they think they can do whatever they want. And this is a possible outcome. It's not a definite outcome. These cards are your outcome cards here. New opportunities, a happy memories from the past, and the King of Cups coming in or Queen of Cups with love. So I'm going to qualify these cards, clarify them, and see what the heck's going on here. And let's see. Let's do. I want to find out what's this King of Wands. So we have a happy ending here, and then a possible ending. And then we have the Page of Swords, and we have the Tower. And let's pick one more. Let's do the New Start. Yeah, let's do a powerful new start. And let's find out what's going on. So how's everybody doing? Are you aware that there's a global awakening going on, everyone? And are you working on yourself? Because you need to be. Oops, I put these backwards. Yeah, if you're not working on yourself, you need to be. And you need to find a good healer, a good shaman, and you need to get started with your spiritual awakening. And I do that. In fact, I have an awakening package in 22 sessions. I mean, you can find someone, it's anywhere, but you can also read my book. I wrote the book Emerging from the Matrix, Healing Human Trauma and Ending Global Enslavement. You can find that on Amazon. And it's time. There's no time left. What's going to happen is there's going to be, a lot of people are calling it the rapture, but what's really happening is an internal awakening. And a lot of people are going to start waking up this week. And, I mean, look at everything that's happening. Oh, for heaven's sakes, it's so intense. Um, you need to prepare yourself, not be thinking about good times and partying, because there is an awakening coming that's going to be massive. And there may be a global crash that goes along with it in order for us to get to the reset. So we gotta hang in there with our daily practices, or you're gonna go through some chaos and you won't like it. It's not going to be easy. So I'm asking for clarification for these cards, please. And how many shuffles? Okay, two shuffles. Two shuffles. Okay, I'm getting that it's okay. So we've got the Ace of Wands, the new start, and the Wheel of Fortune, which is a new timeline. What did we get? Yeah, okay, we got that former negative male energy is what blocked it. And then for the Tower, we got no happy home. This is the happy home. This way, marriage and a happy home life. This way, it's reversed. The Tower has caused an abrupt shakeup in your life. Um, the Page of Swords. Okay. So this is the Strength card is going to go along with the Page of Sword, which means you're going to get some new ideas and new opportunities are coming in, and you're going to be strong enough to take them. And maybe, create something new or invent something or have a new business or something. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, I don't know. And then, wow, here we go. The King of Wands is clarified by the Page of Wands. So these are the negative males in the life. These could be bad bosses, bad government leaders, bad husbands, bad males in general, bad fathers, and other people in your life. And this is the father's son. This is a very negative combination. The king and the page of wands means the son is following in the footsteps of his father and is ruining his life, or whoever this is, groups of people. And I don't know if this, resonates with you or not, but you can change the gender, or maybe this doesn't fit for you. I don't know. This is a very negative combination, King of Wands and Page of Wands reversed together. So these are people who just don't want to work. They don't want to just put things off and they want to blame other people. And they're impulsive, reckless, ruthless. And the page is, procrastinates and waits for other people to do things. So when it's in the reverse position. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so you're going back into the past, collective, and you're in hermit mode because you're healing. You're doing a soul searching and you're remembering the past and the things that need to heal from the past. Like memories, childhood memories, maybe not so good, or maybe some good, or maybe ex-husbands or wives or something that you're working through in your mind. It's a positive thing to go into the hermit mode to soul search, introspection, contemplation, find your inner truth and be by yourself to, heal your fractured self so that you can go back out in the world whole. And it's really important right now because things are going to start hopping. So this is going to be a rest and rejuvenation period when you're in hermit mode. And that makes sense to me that you're going to be thinking a lot about the past and what went on in the past. So you're going to heal your childhood wounds or something like that. Next row. Okay, so burdens are lifted. Like if there was a negative male energy that blocked your new start, it pretended to be your lover, but it wasn't, or pretended to care about you and didn't. And there were burdens, but you've removed them. They've been removed. There's a lot of burdens, but you've like, I'm not going to go do this anymore. You're kind of cutting this person off or cutting this situation off because you want to go on into your new life, your abundance. Okay, and so now let's qualify the Tower and the Four of Wands. So we get the Knight of Swords reversed. So this is someone who is restless, impulsive, unfocused, has no direction. He's unpredictable and he doesn't care about the outcome. So he's messed up his life because he's impulsive and reckless and has made decisions that have been really bad. All three of these cards are saying that. So this qualifies, all of these cards qualify the last card. So first we have the Tower reversed, which means it's starting to end for you, but the unhappiness is beginning for this person. So this represents whoever didn't let themselves heal and refuse to heal. They're going to lose their happiness and they're going to go through a tower. And that's because they refused to do their work and they procrastinated and they ran, they charged off on their horse away from the truth and from their healing, and now they're stuck somewhere. And then we have qualifying the Page of Swords and the Strength card. This is good news. We've got the Eight of Wands, which something really positive is coming in rapidly. Something good. Because you stood firm and you stood firm, you had some new ideas and you stood firm, you held your sword up. Like you're going, this is the truth, this is what I believe in. And then you got the strength to do what you needed to do. And so something's coming in for you quickly. So again, this is a collective reading. It's not any one person in particular. If you don't relate, that's okay. But there's a lot going on the planet. So this one is more focused on the overall collective energy. The last reading I did is more about the divine trine that's in the sky right now. You might want to listen to them both. They're kind of, overlapping a little bit. There's just so much going on right now. I just felt the need to do two readings. So we had the Page and the King of Wands, very negative, very, very stubborn, very betrayal oriented, and they're together. Probably the King of Wands is influencing the Page of Wands. It's probably his son, and he's ruining him. And they're in the reverse position, which is potentially fatal. And yeah, God, what did I just say? Potentially fatal. And I don't like to say I couldn't make it up. That's what all the tarot readers say. I'm saying I can't believe it. Death, I got the death card. Just before I said this could be fatal. These two people, whoever they are, whoever they represent, are probably going to pass away. Or there's going to be a death of their lifestyle. So, when they're together like this is a duo, a man and a son, or an uncle and a nephew, or a boss and an employee who are on a rampage of negativity and they're hurting people. Not good. Not good when it's like this. So, their march towards whatever they wanted, which is somebody else's stuff. Yeah, this is a dishonest duo, is going to be stopped by the death card. So it's either the death card means the end of their program, the end of their business, or the plan that they had, or relations with you. Maybe you're not going to have anything to do with these two people anymore, or it's a literal death. It could be a literal death. I mean, there's no predicting that. It's going to be different for each one of you, but it can mean a literal death. It can mean a literal death. So you got the death card, and the death card does not always mean a literal death, but since it's clarifying those two cards, I'm thinking it could be. Then we have the Four of Cups reversed, which is somebody waking up. Like this is somebody who's disappointed. He's got three empty cups and he's kind of looking at the empty cups like, oh, what happened? I'm really bummed out. But there's a new cup being offered to him from heaven. This is God's hand here, and he hasn't noticed it yet. He's just kind of like, if you look at his face, which you may not be able to see, he's looking at the empty cups. And he doesn't yet realize that there's a new cup on the horizon. And so what's going to happen for him after his time in the hermit mode and looking at the past is um he's going to go through a period of meditation. Well, this one was reversed, wasn't it? Yeah. He's going to start waking up. He's going to start realigning himself. He's going to start realizing the truth about what he did wrong and why his life is unhappy. And that's going to happen because he's in hermit mode. So this is for whoever. I don't know who it is. And on the bottom, oh, we got the emperor on the bottom. So there's an emperor in the mix. And we don't know yet who or what he's going to get involved in, but it's usually a very positive card. It could mean a positive male energy coming into the lives of someone or some of you. So I'm going to do one more row, and then we're going to look at the energy deck. Okay, so here we have that one again. That one. Oh, Yep, I'd say this is pretty accurate. So the person that, was blocking you, and it has all the burdens being lifted, that was blocking your new start, wants to hold on to you or hold on to something. And you're going to go ahead with your new start. You're not going to let anything stop you. You have a new start and this card, it's like they're going to try to stop you, but you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands, which is a powerful new start. So they're going to do their dirty work and it's not going to work. This is somebody trying to stop you who's got ill intentions. These are burdens that are being lifted from you, and this is this person hanging on to you. So you don't need to worry about it. I'm getting that whatever this is, it's going to pass. So then we get on top of the Knight of Swords. So this was the Tower, the unhappy life, and the Knight of Swords, who is somebody is not going to be allowed to come in. He's not going to make it. Now we have him bound. Person is bound by the Eight of Swords. So they weren't able to come in because they didn't do their healing work and reclaim something, which they wanted to reclaim. And they can't do it because they messed up somehow. So they're going to be bound for a while. They're moving through their, like, in their mind, like, what is it they need to do? They're thinking, thinking, thinking. That's what this is. This is somebody caught up in something and they're trying to figure their way out. But you, on the other hand, you got this happy row here with new ideas, strength coming in fast, good stuff coming in fast. And here comes the Ten of Cups. Your happiness is coming. This is for the collective. Most of the collective who've been good people, faithful people, happiness is coming for us. There's end of a painful cycle. That's what this was over here. Yeah, the end of a painful cycle. And we're not going to tolerate any of this anymore. Yeah. This is the end of a painful cycle. And yeah, here it is. It's coming in fast. The Chariot. So the next card up is the two bad guys with the Death card. And here comes the Chariot. It's coming in fast for these people. Whatever it is, it's coming in fast. The death of their lifestyle, of their business, whatever. All this is coming in fast, along with this happiness is coming in fast. And then we have the Hanged Man. So over here with this person who's stuck in the past, is in the hermit mode and is healing. I mean, you have good memories of the past, but is thinking about it, is trying to heal. And they're disappointed and they haven't yet looked at the new cup, but they're starting to understand what went wrong and they're starting to accept and starting to heal. And so, but right now they're in the hanged position. They are delayed, confused, resistance, and unwillingness to change and a lack of control. So that's what that's all about. But you're going to get your blessing. This is the Ten of Cups for you. It's on the road that's for you. It's all good. So, for those people, this is like a dual reading. For those people who didn't do their healing, you're going to go into this hanged man mode. We're just going to sit there and I don't know what to do for I don't know how long. And you're going to be bound. You're going to be bound by your thoughts and you're not having any action by just like sitting around and being procrastinating. Those of you who did your work, in comes your happiness, your Ten of Cups, fast, fast. Here comes the Chariot, big time, which is you got on your horse and you're riding into success. And this is after the death of this old situation. And on the bottom is the Emperor, and this could be your new partner, could be an Empress, Emperor, Empress with male, female, could be coming in, could be the divine union. So this looks like really good. What I'm seeing is that the collective has been through some really hard times, some really hard lessons, betrayals, and people just being weird and bosses being weird and stuff. And You're finally coming out of it. All of us have been in this terrible cycle. It's just unbelievable how hard it's been, but you're coming out of it. Now let's take a quick look at the energy and then we'll close it out. So I like these energy deck a lot. What have we got for the collective for this dark period that we're in, this strange period that we're in? What have we got for the collective, please? And by the way, I forgot to mention, if you're a new sub, put it in the comments and I'm going to pick somebody every week for a free reading, at least for the first few months or a couple months to keep this thing going. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. What's up? What's up, Doc? Okay. Ooh, yeah, interesting. Yeah. So our first chakras for a lot of people have been blocked, and this isn't for everybody. And it's all going to be different for all of you. But now I've done this work, but for a lot of people, your basic first chakra here is blocked, and that's Archangel Michael, in case you can't see him. There he is. And it was reversed. So although I don't usually read this card reversed, it's going to be different for each of you. Some of you have done your work and your first chakra is not blocked. And some of you are blocked. Now, I'm not blocked anymore, but I was for a long time. And when you do your healing work, you got to deal with fear, survival issues, all that kind of stuff. That's what's going to change everything for you and get you out of that survival mode and get some abundance coming towards you. First card up is a broken heart. I think we're all brokenhearted about what's happening in the world. How could you not be after what happened to Mr. Kirk? We're brokenhearted about just the oppression and the taxes and the high prices and all these new wars and people being starved and just whatever it is, our family issues, our money, our jobs. Most of us have some kind of issue we're broken is causing us to feel a broken heart or maybe a lost romance. In fact, we got the door to romance right here, reversed. So for a lot of people, it's romance. The end of a romance, which is very, very much a heartbreaking experience. If you really love that person, I certainly know what that's like. Um, but it's interesting because, well, here, I'll show you in a minute. But because you've ended something, and the other part of the reading said there's an ending. And I did it in the last reading. There is an ending. And when you end something, when you let go, in comes the new. And the new is going to be fantastic. It really is. Because here you have, this says adjacent possibilities. I know this card well. All these doors are open. Look at how this is a card where all these doors are open and windows are open. And there's a laptop and there's like a long hallway with an open door and it's all lit up. You're about to experience a lot of opportunities, and so you don't need to worry about it. You have to do your grieving and be sad about whoever this is you have to let go of, or whatever it is, a job, a favorite person, your son or daughter. I don't know what it is, your spouse. You're going to have to let it go in order to move into the new. And it's going to be rocky. There's going to be some hostilities around this transition. I've already been through all that, but for some of you, you're just starting on the hard part. So just stick with it. Just you're going to get there. But then comes, it said no door to romance when you're healing a broken heart. You gotta do the healing. But as soon as it's done, look who pops in. Somebody with a new love for someone. So this is not for everyone, but I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Because we've been doing so much healing of our shadow and so much work on the way we loved or the way we allow people to love us, we're releasing that and we're going to have a true love come in. This is the divine unions, or the twin flames, the divine unions are going to start showing up. So first we get a broken heart, and then we heal. That's what these three cards are right here. So we heal in the middle, and then here comes our true love, male or female. And then all these opportunities are coming. So actually, it's super good. Let's see what's on the bottom. Oh, yeah, first chakra. So basically, it's in order to be abundant, you have to heal your first chakra. If you've got a blocked first chakra, and that could be for any number of reasons, but could be from abuse or like you have self-sabotage or low self-esteem or whatever, so you don't let yourself receive, you got to work on that. You got to do some shadow work with an expert, somebody who understands. So that's the kind of work I do with people. I do mind control deprogramming and everything. So let's get busy on that, folks. So that's what I have for you today. And I'll be back again hopefully tomorrow. I'm trying to get some more up. And there's a premiere going on right now, and I'm going to premiere this one right after. So I love you guys. I hope I see you. Come see me for a session. And I teach Reiki. I teach Jedi warriorship to learn how to fight the dark side or to heal the darkness. And chanting workshops and various different things that I do. Go check out my website, salini.love. And if you really, really want to learn, go check out my book, Emerging from the Matrix, Healing Human Trauma and Ending Global Enslavement by Salini. You can get it on Amazon. And it tells you how to heal yourself. If you don't have any money, just get the book, or you can even get it on Kindle. And in the back is 22 steps to healing yourself. But I also have a program that I offer people, the Awakening Program, where you can take 22 steps with me. And we do 22 sessions and some other stuff you get. So if that appeals to you, you might want to check out my book. And it's got packed with stuff, just packed with stuff in there. Okay? All right. Well, the main thing I want you to know is I love you guys. I believe in you. I'm here for you. I'm your divine mother. I'll be here whenever I can. It's been crazy, the last couple weeks. But with the eclipse, it was intense. I mean, last week was unbelievably intense. So I'm sure all of you felt it in your bodies. Maybe you were upset or depressed or whatever. Um, it's it's a new era. It's really a new era. So I hope you're doing okay, and I want to help you if possible, and hang in there. And please subscribe. You might get picked for a free reading, okay? And put it did I say it? Put it in the comments, new subscriber Salini, and I will pick somebody. Okay? All right, you guys, love you lots, and we'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.